Hey, and welcome to Sound Wisdom Tarot with me, Shannon Rose Scott, your favorite tarot reader, here for a career reading. Let's open the space, my collective, with a little cleansing from the gong. Hi, divine spirit guides, help me cleanse this space for our career reading for the collective. Yes. Be sure to stick around right to the end of this reading for a more full gong bath to help you bring in and create. That's one of the powers of the gong, is the creative energy of sound. To create the career, the life path, the soul path of your heart's desire, of your dreams, my collective. So here we go. Let us, boom, get right into this. What does our collective need to know regarding their career, their soul path journey? Spirit guides, high divine, angel guides, and intergalactical beings, help me connect to the spirit guides of our collective here, tuning in for a career life path reading. What is one overall message, please, for this reading? One overall energy from our Moonology deck. One overall message, please, spirit guides. What does our collective need to know regarding their soul path, life path, career, purpose? Oh, thank you. Oh, okay. A fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. Now, that doesn't mean that it's actually a full moon. We just had a new moon. Now, although this is a timeless reading, so you might be tuning into this at any time. But yes, this message is more the energy of a full moon in Aries. Aries is that like starting energy, that get up and go, that passion, that drive. And a fiery climax is approaching. That's interesting because it's the sign of new beginnings, right? Of that startup energy. And yet there's a climax. A climax for the start. So let's get into this reading to see what else comes through for you, my collective, using the Light Seer deck. Okay, so thank you, Spirit. What else does our collective need to know? What does our collective need to know? 3-card reading first, please. Past, present moment, please. Oh, present moment, please. Past, present, and future. 3-card reading. Career, life path, soul purpose. Thank you. Okay, we got 4 cards there. Present moment, 4 cards, and future. Next steps, next likely steps. Of course, in these tarot readings, it's never about, an ultimate, for sure, future. It's just the most likely next steps if things continue. Could be your potential next steps, potential future, if you take the advice. So here we go. What is the future next steps regarding our collective career? Regarding our collective, thank you. What's that one? Okay. One more, please. One more. Beautiful. Thank you. Okay, there's a few there. I'll take them all. That's what came out. Okay, so here we go. Your past, the moon. And interesting, because you already had a full moon as the overall fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. And here we have the moon card. So your past regarding your life purpose, your career was shrouded in mystery. It was unclear. It was full of a battle between your good and your bad, your positive qualities and your negative qualities. And I like to put positive and negative in these quotation marks because I don't mean them in the judgmental ways. We often use those words. It's more just in your light and your shadow, right? We all have negative and positive qualities, all of us. No matter how good we are or how bad we are, there are good and bad parts to us. And it's just which one are we feeding, right? And so in your past, you weren't sure what was good for you, what was bad for you. You've spent a lot of time, a lot of soul-searching time in that murky waters of your intuitive wisdom, trying to tune in, trying to shed a light with this full moon on what it was you wanted to do. And in this current moment, you're walking away from something. You're walking away from something that you put a lot of effort into. And you probably feel torn about that, right? Having to let something go, having to leave something behind. But you're leaving the murkiness behind. You're leaving these murky, unclear waters and moving towards the light, moving towards something brighter. Moving towards calmer waters, towards a better destination. Just because you've put a lot of work and effort into something doesn't mean you have to keep doing that. Right? It doesn't negate the value of what came before. Especially if you take the lessons with you. Right? You've got the Queen of Swords in reverse. So you're having a bit of trouble in this current moment, getting really clear in your thinking. And that makes sense because you've come from the moon energy, right? But this is your opportunity to get clearer. I love this. You're being asked to follow your Page of Cups. This is such a great card to have in your present energy. This in regards to your career is that there's like a new career, love, passion project opening up to you. That's what you get to move towards. It's the kind of stuff dreams are made of. It's like when pigs fly, right? It's the kind of career path that will have you feel like you're walking on air. It's new. It's the page. It's new. It's not brand new, not the Ace of Cups. It's an idea you've had, but you haven't let yourself go for it yet. But now you're being called to walk towards it. Walk towards it. You're being called, because the Queen was in reverse, you're being called to act more from your heart. Water energy, cups energy. Your heart, your emotions, instead of your thoughts. So when you catch yourself like overthinking this new path, right? Being too critical with yourself, perhaps. Sometimes the Queen of Swords can represent being a little too critical, a little too in your head about it. And especially because she was in reverse. But you're being asked to be a little more discerning and let your intuition, your emotions guide you. Your emotional wisdom guides you. Go for what makes you feel like you're walking on air. Go for what feels like a pipe dream. This is the card saying it's not just a pipe dream. It might be for other people, but it's not for you. For those of you tuning in, you get to have this energy. And another page, my friends. You've got the Page of Swords. Yeah, a new way of thinking. Yes, this will help you turn that confused Queen of Swords of thinking upside down so that she's back to her clear, wise thoughts that lift her higher, that lift you up into this walking on air type feeling. The Page of Swords, this new idea, a new Look at, it's like full of, this Page of Swords is represented by all these new light bulbs, right? It's like you've got flashes of new inspiration coming through to you, and you're meant to follow them. You're meant to let them lift you higher. It's also about some knowledge here, letting yourself learn. If there's something new you want to be doing, let yourself learn about it now. And you can learn in any way, right? You could take online courses. You can read about it online. You could read books. You can watch how others do it. Whatever this new thing is you're really called to do, give yourself permission to learn and to let these inspired ideas from the divine has been giving you, right? They're trying to lift you higher. They're trying to help you leave the murkiness of the past and go towards your heart's desire. It'll be a bit of you're feeling like you're kind of balancing act a bit here, right? Look at this Page of Swords balancing on this stick over this crevice. We don't know how far that crevice, we don't know how deep down that crevice goes. And yeah, when you're learning something new, it's kind of like you're tiptoeing, you're balancing, you're trying to find your way. Be careful that it's not your thoughts, right? That are making the decisions here for you, though. Only new inspired thoughts, not the old thoughts, not the critical thoughts from the past. Only the new inspired, divinely inspired from love, from what you really love. I know that's hard to do, right? But so many people in this era are being called now to drop the old ways of working, right? That old, I mean, unless you love it, that old 9-to-5 idea, and really go for your passion project. Because you get to leave the murkiness of the old behind and go for what your heart truly wants. That when pigs fly idea, when you let yourself go for it and keep trusting the divine ideas, right? So try not to have it all planned out, right? Like that's upside down Queen of Swords energy, having it all planned out, having it all like step by step. You don't get to know the whole path. You only need to know the next step. Okay, so when you have a divinely inspired idea, work on that step. And then wait for the next divinely inspired idea and let that step lift you a little higher. The more you read and learn, the more you tune in to learning from people that have gone before, but only the people that inspire you, okay? Not the ones that make you feel stuck in that old murky past, right? But make sure the learning you're doing is actually filling you with inspiration, is helping you feel lifted. And let each new inspired idea be your next step. And so coming forward, what do we got here? Okay, so you have the Knight of Swords in reverse, Three of Cups in reverse, Six of Cups in reverse, Two of Pentacles in reverse, Justice reversed, but Judgment and Four of Pentacles right side up. So I feel like in the next steps forward, you have the potential to not rush forward too quickly. Okay, so as you're going for this new divinely inspired passion project, be careful of rushing ahead too quickly, right? It's in reverse, so that's your advice, is to make sure you're not rushing ahead too quickly. Three of Cups is often about your soul tribe and celebrating with them. So your soul tribe might still be in this very next step, a little like, it might feel a little out of reach still. Don't let that deter you, okay? You might even be leaving like behind an old soul tribe in order to find this new one, the one that's really aligned with your career, with your new passion, with your new purpose. As you move forward into this new path, this new passion project, be careful of holding on too tightly to the past. Okay, let it be new. And notice if you're notice what your childhood dreams were. And are they still your dreams? So check in. Like, are you following an old dream because it's what you thought you had to follow? Or is it actually a dream, a childhood dream that you were meant to follow, that you're still yearning to follow? That's what this card is inviting you to pay attention to. You're no longer going to be juggling. Yay. I love that this one was in reverse. You're no longer going to be juggling the old and the new life. In the next steps, it's time to really just go for the new. Okay? Stop doing the old. Otherwise, you'll stay stuck in that energy. Let go of the old so that you're not juggling it. Okay? So that you can fully commit yourself and receive. Receive the justice, the balance that you're yearning for. Only take with you, in the next steps forward, only take with you the lessons, the important things. as you move on to this new path and leave. Yeah, you're leaving a soul tribe behind. You're having to leave something, right? You're leaving this behind. But you're leaving an old community in order to make room for the new. And this card is inviting you to not like look at the past, right? She's turning away. She's turning away from what she's leaving behind. When you catch yourself kind of thinking, reminiscing too much in like a painful way, as best you can, notice it and say, oh, I don't need to hold on so tightly to what wasn't working. I'm only taking with me the lessons. Because now you get to truly rise up. This card of judgment. This is near the end of a cycle, so you get to take with you, again, only those lessons, and let yourself rise up into that divinely inspired idea that will meet your true heart's desires. If you can do all of that, right? Not rush ahead too much. Be open to a new soul tribe. Check in with your heart's desires. And are you following your current dreams? Or are you following past dreams? If you can let go of the juggling of the old and just focus on the new, you get to resurrect yourself. And you'll be given rewards. Rewards based on what's fair for you. Right? Things will stop being so unfair. You get to move on to a more fair path that's in alignment with you. But you've got to allow the resurrection. You've got to let your higher self be what's guiding you in these next steps, and not the old ways. There's a lot of good things here. Yes, there's some challenges, right? It's not easy to drop the juggling, right? To just stop doing the old thing. I know that. I know it's not easy, but you're here because you wanted this inspiring message, or you wouldn't have come across this reading. You got to take some leaps of faith right now. And really listen to the divine callings trying to talk to you, right? Those divinely inspired new ideas. You got to listen to them without rushing ahead towards them too fast. Moment by moment, the next step, the next best step, then the next best step. And really be choosy, right? Let yourself be very clear about what you're not willing to do anymore, and stop doing it. Even though it might anger some people, right? Even though it might, right? Like there's going to be people that aren't, like, you're having to leave behind an old community. And not everyone's going to like that. But it's your life. You get to choose. You have to choose. You have to make the judgment call and not live by anyone else's judgment. That fiery climax approaches. That's why it's a fiery climax, right? Because you're leaving behind some things that aren't serving you anymore. Doesn't mean they're bad, right? It just means they're not serving you anymore. They might have served you at one time, but it's not serving you now. So this fiery climax is approaching, my friends. my Sound Wisdom Collective. Let's get one last message from our Enchanted Map deck. That's a little bit more guidance. One final message from Spirit. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Oh, I love all this. Yeah, we got three. We got 3 messages from Spirit that wanted to come through. It's time to clean house. Time to clean house, my friends. Cleaning house means, yes, cleaning your actual physical environment. This is a card repeated from other readings. So it means you haven't done enough of it yet. Okay? Still keep cleaning up that inner work. Okay? So it's your outer surroundings, but it's also your inner surroundings. And you can do both to affect both. Okay, so the more you clean up your outer world, actually get rid of the things you're not using, get rid of the things that will no longer serve you. Go through your closets, go through your paperwork, go through your things, your belongings, go through your kitchen, go through your fridge, right? Get rid of all this stuff so it doesn't keep spoiling the things you have. Go through your phones, delete all those old messages you don't need, contacts you don't need, delete old emails that you don't need. Obviously, there's some things you have to keep for, legal purposes perhaps, right? So I'm not telling you to get rid of those things. Just clean house of the things that you don't need anymore. And that will help you clear up your inner mind. And go through your inside self. Go through and clear out, right? Notice and recognize the thoughts that are like that spoiled food in the fridge, right? What thoughts are still in there that you still keep practicing? I really believe that we can work on changing our thoughts, but it does take practice, okay? It's not as simple as just think differently. It's not that simple, okay? I understand that. However, that just because it's not simple, just because it's challenging, doesn't mean it's undoable. Just doesn't mean you can't do it. All right, because you can. You have to first recognize, though, oh, that's like a spoiled thought. That thought is now spoiled. I'm not going to keep eating that thought, right? I'm not going to keep practicing that thought. And when you catch yourself accidentally practicing it or accidentally eating it, right? It's a sign, oh, no, I will not think that thought anymore. I will not practice that thought. Because I don't believe you always get to choose your thoughts, but you do get to choose what you practice. Okay? So I won't keep practicing that thought. Cancel. And what is a better feeling thought? What would I prefer to have? Practice it, even if you don't believe it. You won't believe it at first, but you'll start to believe it if you practice it. And that's going to help you fly. Fly. You are meant to be flying with your dreams, my friends. You are meant to be lifted up right now. And the more you clean, the more free you'll be to fly. Okay? The more you clean house and get rid of the things you don't need anymore, the more light you'll be that you can actually let your dreams lift you up into that dream world and actually fly through it. It's open to you here. You got to start wishing. You got to start using your wishing well and focusing on what your wishes are. Okay, so clean house so that you can actually focus on your wishing well. That's how you practice manifesting. That's how you practice the thoughts you want to help you manifest. Spend some time dreaming up your wishes. Maybe even go to an actual pond, right? And take some old pennies or even just mental thoughts, right? And imagine your dreams. Put them. Spend time wishing on them, wishing on a star. The more you practice your wishes, the more they'll come through. And let yourself dream about that when pigs fly kind of thing. All right, not just like the average wish. Let yourself dream big, because you're meant to fly here, friends. You're meant to fly through this new career, life path, soul path phase. Beautiful. I like it. Collective, you're moving on to beautiful things. Beautiful, bigger, better things. It's been such an honor doing this reading for you. If this resonated with you, would you please comment below? And whether it resonated or not, smash that like button. Give some girls some love. All right, subscribe so YouTube can keep sending you these messages. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Collective. Let me close with more gong bath to help you create and bring in what it is you actually want. We'll clear away what you don't want, and we'll bring in the new. From me to you, a little more sound wisdom. leave the past behind and walk forward now, guided by divinely inspired ideas, step by step, towards the career of your heart's desires. Until next time, thanks for tuning in.